The glute bridge is for the booty. So who doesn't want a good booty? The booty is actually a very functional, the glutes are a very functional exercise, but you can make them look good too. So the glute bridge looks like this. Your feet are shoulder width apart, and then you're going to essentially just squeeze your hips up towards the ceiling. But to do what we need to do, we need to go into posterior pelvic tilt and then push up. So keeping the posterior pelvic tilt all the way through, which means basically your tailbone is pulled down between your legs, and then you're pushing up. And in this top position, you should feel a little bit of a stretch through the top of your thighs or your hips here. Up and down, but really focus on that posterior pelvic tilt. Now, like that, the exercise is pretty easy, and you might need to do a lot of reps. But as you might have guessed, I do like strength in our movements. To spice up the glute bridge, then we're going to use a band. So choose a band that works for you. Start light and then build your way up. To do that is kind of awkward to get into position, I will say. But what you'll do is you'll loop the band around both feet. Then you kind of got to muscle your way into it. So right now I've got one leg in, and I'm going to give it a bit of a pull until it gets up onto my hips. So it's just at the top of my thighs here. I still want to focus on the same thing. So I want to do that posterior pelvic tilt and then push up and down. Posterior pelvic tilt up and a slow count down, about a 3-second count. These bands are tricky to get into, but the resistance that you feel from doing it is definitely worthwhile. You can really feel the glutes working and down. So getting out of it can be tricky too. But you can see how I did it. Just extend one leg and then pop it over the knees. That's the glute bridge.